Hello, my fellow creators, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, it's time to once again review my crafty goals and see just how I did in the month of June. Now, this month's video is going to be a little bit different. I know I typically show you the cards I made on camera for the month. However, most of the cards I made this month I sent to the Uvalde card drive that was hosted by Biddy Penny. So I'll just throw some images up on screen of those cards. So let's go ahead and get started. My first goal is to participate in the monthly Card Hop-In, A Year of Fun Themes and Techniques. And these are two cards that I actually do have. So I made these cards using Joseph's Coat technique. So that goal is met. Then the next goal was to participate in a sheet load of cards, which I did do. And for this month's sheet load, I did make 6 cards. And again, those went to the Uvalde card drive. So that goal was met. The next goal is to participate in a Team Tiny Hop quarterly. And I didn't do it for June, but I did do it the first 3 months of the year. So I'm counting that as 3 quarters worth of participation. Now, my next goal is to continue on my no buy 2022 goal, which means I'm not buying any new crafty goodies for the year of 2022. The only thing I am allowed to buy is things like cardstock for my card bases, new adhesive to replace if I ran out of glue or tape, which I have yet to run out of those items, but I know I'm down to maybe 100 card bases in my stash, so I will be ordering more white cardstock to make card bases, but that is allowed. So I did meet my goal for this month of continuing my no buy 2022. I did not participate on 10 on the 10th. It's been quite the busy month here, so I've had to let a few things go. I did share my hashtag crafty goals video at the beginning of the month, so I met that goal. And then my next goal is to do a weekly video on my channel. So I did do that. Now for week 1, the video was about the Uvalde card drive, and I shared 20 cards that I made for that card drive, as well as showing you some of the other cards I pulled in from my stash to send. Week 2, I used the April 2022 sheet load of cards sketch and some Doodlebug paper to make more cards for the Uvalde card drive. And on that video, I made 16 cards. For week 3, I did a project share following along with Kendra's card challenge number 6. And I did make 15 cards. And again, those cards got sent off. For week 4, it was kind of a long week and I wasn't feeling my best. And I kind of didn't have any crafty mojo, so to speak. So I did a video on that. What do you do when you've lost your mojo? And one of the things I do is just stamp up some images or sentiments to have at the ready for when I'm making quick cards. So I showed you my process of doing that. For week 5, I used the June 2020 sheetload of card sketch to make some pastel Christmas cards. Now, those I do have at hand, and I'll share them with you. So here are the 12 cards I made using that sheet load sketch. And I used some enamel dots to embellish the cards. But then I had scraps of the patterned paper, and I wanted to use those up in the same crafty session. So I had enough to make 2 more of that same sketch. And then with the rest of the scraps, I just brought in some Doodlebug odds and ends and chit chat to finish up that pattern paper and make an additional 4 cards. So for that crafty session, I made a total of 12 cards. So I did meet my goal of doing a YouTube video every week. Now, I did do Instagram posts. I probably could have done more, but I did a few, so I'll consider that goal met. Christmas cards, as you saw, I did make some Christmas cards. Mailing cards, well, I mailed probably close to 200 cards, maybe a little bit more for the Uvalde card drive. So that goal was definitely met. Playtime, I did have some playtime. I'm expecting our 9th grandchild, and so we had the gender reveal this month, and I made the shirts using my Cricut for my daughter and my son-in-law and my grandkids. So that was part of my playtime. And then I made an additional 100 cards for the Uvalde card drive in my playtime as well. So I did have playtime this month. Updating my inventory. I'm continuing to do that. And part of updating my inventory is anytime I use a stamp set or an embossing folder or a stencil or anything of that nature, I'm setting it aside in a different box so that I know at the end of the year I did use those items and I will not be getting rid of them. And then with what's left, I'll have to kind of go through that and see what do I really, really want to keep, even though I didn't use it this year, and what can I either sell or donate. So I'm continuing with that every month. Cleaning my craft room, that's a continuous process because as you crafters all know, every craft session leaves your little space a disaster. But I try and clean up after every craft session when I can. And I definitely clean up at least once a week. So I did meet that goal. So for this month, my grand total of cards made was 169 cards, which is not bad if I do say so myself. Thanks so much for sticking around to the end. I'd be thrilled if you subscribed to my YouTube channel or followed me on any of my other social media platforms. As always, have a beautiful, safe, and creative day. Thanks for watching. Bye.